Bitcoin and Ethereum, what's its next move? Let's find out in the charts. Oh my God, Bitcoin, last night things were going crazy. We continued to tank. And now we're seeing a little bit of a bounce and reprieve. And is it going to continue or downwards, or are we going to bounce higher? I'm going to talk about that and more in today's episode. Also, I found a fractal in the fractal pattern, right, in the charts, and we're going to discuss that as well. A huge fractal pattern no one else has seen, and make sure you stay and watch today's show. We're going to have a couple trades for you available. So in this show that you might want to trade. So I want you to stick around and watch for those trades. And if you're interested in seeing other trades that I'm making, you can subscribe to DaVinciJ15.com and see what altcoins I'm buying and how well I'm doing in my altcoins. I know there's one altcoin on my portfolio that's gone crazy, but that's not really there. I'm like, I don't remember buying that. I researched everywhere and I don't have that coin. So it must be an error in my tracking system for my coins. So all those people who are watching and looking at my portfolio, actually there is no crazy coin that has made me hundreds of millions of dollars. Alrighty, so with that said, let's get on to the TA for the day. But before we do, remember, this is trading entertainment, not financial advice. Please do your own research before putting any of your hard-earned money into the market. Okay, well, we are stuck between several support and resistance levels here. The main resistance that we need to concern ourselves with is close to the $44,000 level here. This resistance is pretty much right about here, right? I mean, you can see at the 44,000. We broke through and then we tried to get above it and failed, and tried to get through up to it, and no, we're done. So what's happening here is can Bitcoin if it can break out of this downward dismal trail, right, of like death, right, then we could see this thing come up to the 44,000, right, mark, and then see if it can break through. Failing that, you can probably hit a short and watch it dump down. You could also probably do a long here up to the 44, but you're gonna have to wait for it to break, specifically this level here, before you can go entertain a long. That's the $42,754 level. And then you can entertain a long at that point, making sure that you're only going to lose 5% of your whole stack inside your portfolio that you deposit into bybit.davincij15.com or femex.davincij15.com. Make sure you only use 5% of that, not 5% of everything you've got in the world, as to bet on the market. Okay, so yeah, looking at that now, moving over to the bigger picture, right? Because that's what we want to do. The bigger picture says that Bitcoin is not feeling so healthy. Let's just zoom in on that. Really, you can see that Bitcoin, right, from on the bigger picture, from here, from this low to this high, to the all-time high, which is approximately about here, right there, came up to the 61.8 and failed, right? Failed hard, came back hard, said nope, 61.8, I'm gonna hit it and drop, and that's what it did. And now it dropped all the way down here. So another thing, I would think that the bottom would probably be the 61.8. So we're probably going to come back up, roll over, and come and test at the very least the 61.8. But there's also a chance, right, because there's a fractal that I'm looking at, that we might end up coming back all the way back down to the 88.6. And we could see that if we head over to the larger time frames, and you can see Bitcoin came all the way back down, just like we did, on the major pump, and we came to a top and then dumped. And I think this fractal is playing out a lot faster than this one, than the one that we had before, where we had like several years of downward pressure. And now we went sideways, and now we pumped up, and we pumped up. Guess where? To the 61.8. Now we didn't dump back down to the 61.8. We went all the way to the 88.6. So effectively, in this particular faster moving train, we could end up right back to the 88.6 before we actually start to see the move back up. So I'm definitely going to hit the 61 point. First off, I'm going to hit the 61.8, which is the $38,270-ish to buy, and see if we pump from there. And then I might take some profits, because we're only going to be bullish if we pass the 50. Really bullish if we pass the 52,850. Right. That's when we know it's flipped bullish completely, for sure. Right now we're like in a little zone. We're definitely getting a dead cat bounce here, both in Bitcoin and in Ethereum, dead cat bounce. And so will this dead cat bounce play into to a complete bear market? No, I don't think so. I think in order for us to do that, we'd have to break the $30,000 level. Well, below the 30,000 is a 28,700 and some odd dollar level. I don't see us doing that, but it is still possible. And let's just see what the market says. So when we come back down to the 61.8 here, we'll see what it says. We don't have divergence, of course, on the 4 hour. So I really think we do have divergence on the hourly. Here you can see we've got the higher highs on the RSI and lower lows on the price. So that means we definitely have divergence, and price action is taking advantage of that, but not with a lot of oomph. So we might be rolling over here. Unfortunately, you can see that it's not trying. On the hourly, it's barely staying above the 13 AMA. We've got this hammer candle, which might be positive, but we have to wait and see if this thing breaks above the trend line here before we continue on. Let's move on to Ethereum, but before we do, right? Remember, I'm going to be going to this conference, same with Chris. We're going to be doing this conference online, and you can get your tickets and save on the early bird tickets right now by doing so. I'm looking forward to joining Chris on this conference, and I hope to see you guys there, because I'm going to be doing a little bit of a couple of giveaways there in the conference. So make sure you participate there. Okay. Let's head over to Ethereum. And as you can see, Ethereum, right, is coming back up to the 61.8, and looks like it's gotten resistance here. Unfortunately, I was hoping that this 61.8 it would go up to the 78.6, but you know, you can't hope in this market. You gotta just let it do what it wants to do. Because I was thinking of hitting the short up here. I did grab a long down here, right, and I forgot to mention it in my group. Sorry, guys. And then I'm positive right now, but I'm looking to exit this long because this thing is just not moving. I figured it on the 4 hour. We'd at least look at this. Look at this nonsense. If we zoom out, oops. Let me just fix that. Auto fit. We've been separated from the 13 EMA for quite some long time, and far away from it. I figured we'd at least get above it, right, and then start our march down. But you just don't want it. Ethereum just doesn't want to cooperate. So I just might want to let this thing. I might pull my long position out and see if I can get another position in shortly. Oh boy, so not so good For Ethereum, if we zoom out, let's head over to the daily on Ethereum and see what we're seeing there. Are we going to see the same fractal? I don't think so. Let me just go to the daily, and if we do a chart, I mean a fibs, we pull the fibs from here to this low, from the top, which is the $4,035 level, to the last bottom, which is the $1,715 level. You can see we just hit the 61.8, almost came at it, and then bounced right off of it, and almost there. And then so really we might have to come back and really look at it. And the 200 period moving average for 4 hour is right there, so I wouldn't be surprised if we're coming back to look at it. So I'm not holding along for very, very long. You can see that we're a little bit oversold on the daily RSI here. I'm going to move this over, right? So wouldn't be surprised if this carries through a little bit before we roll down. So that might take Bitcoin with it. So, but we can see that we'll probably see some resistance. Let's just see here. If we just do the fibs the other way, going the other way, we'll probably see some resistance at 61.8 area before it rolls over, or maybe even the 38.2, because you can see that the 38.2 would match up with the 13 EMA nicely, and then we're probably just gonna goodbye, see ya when I see ya, and come back down and touch the 200 daily moving average here one last time. Hopefully, one last time. And then it's go off the races, maybe. Unlikely. We're probably going to come all the way down to the 78.6. And maybe you could hit the Hail Mary, right? And see if Ethereum turns around and goes higher. And then obviously the stop loss is at the 17.15. Good luck to you. The Hail Mary is called the Hail Mary not for anything, because when the prices come down, you're like, playing to God, hopefully this works out, because it's moving really, really fast. So it's not for everybody, and so good luck if you decide to take the Hail Mary at $2,200 level buying zone. Alrighty, that's it for today on Ethereum. I guess we're going to let's go down to the even lower time frames, just for laughs, and see if there's anything happening on the lower time frame. Ooh, McDonald's M on the 15-minute on the support line, and yeah, there, right. It takes us all the way back down to this traffic area above the next support line, which is at the $2,800 level. Okay, let me end this with the dominance, right? I like what's happening here. I like it, right? It's really hasn't decided whether it wants to break down, and I like that. Why? Because that means we could be in for a continued bullish market, secret bullish market happening in the alts. And that would be crazy. That would be absolutely insane. Because if it wants to do that right now in the face of a winter, this is going to be an epic bull market that you don't want to miss. But you won't know for sure that it is a bull market. So if you want to wait to make sure to ensure that this actually does turn into a bull market, you have to wait till the 39.8% level. If we break that, it's like straight down to 35, and then we break the 35% level. Whew, oh boy, oh boy. It's fun time for all the altcoin holders. Fun times. So yeah, look out for that. That's going to be an interesting ride should that occur. And that's why we use the little lady strategy, right? Which is absolutely free. If you want to join us, right, you can learn the little lady strategy and earn more Bitcoin, because you know what? The reason why you want more Bitcoin and not more of the other currencies, because these things, like most of these, are going to go to zero. You know it. Stop believing that it's going to the moon and staying at the moon for you. No, that's not going to happen. You need to cash out. And the best way to cash out is using the little lady strategy into Bitcoin, so that you can have a lot of Bitcoin and not those rich mofos out there, right? That you know what, that are manipulating the market. So you want to hold on to your Bitcoins. Why is that? Well, because Bitcoin's real, Bitcoin's here to stay, and you need to be a part of it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.